Extra. Now, previously on Breakfast, we have been the first to bring you sports which encourage more people to get active in later life. There's been walking football, as well as walking basketball, which have really taken off across the UK. And it seems pickleball even, is about to do the same. And apologies to the organisers of the Pickleball Association, their website has crashed. They've been inundated
Is that right?
with calls this morning. So just be patient if you're impressed by what you're about to see and you want to get involved in this sport.
And predictably enough, you've had a go.
Yes, went to Oxfordshire to see why in this sport you can win medals, whether you're 18 or even 80.
At an age when most people have had to stop sport, Brian, who's 82, and Jill, who's 77, have just won their first medals at the European Championship of Pickleball. It's put a fresh spring in the step of Brian and Jill, who's a great grandma. They beat much younger opponents from all over Europe to the bronze medal in the finals in Amsterdam.
My grandson was very nice. He's 15 and he plays for the county at badminton for Leicestershire. And he said, well, Nan, you've done something that I'll probably never do.
We went out to Amsterdam just for the experience and thought it would be a bit of fun. And then we were in the competition and suddenly they said, you're in the playoff.
It was invented by two men approaching their retirement in the USA in the 1960s who thought their families were rather sedentary and they wanted the whole family doing something more active together. And so they came up with this cross between tennis, badminton and table tennis.
My wrist became too weak to play tennis and I found the impact of this was a lot less. So I can play this very comfortably, it doesn't hurt.
I think that sharpens up the reaction quite a bit. With tennis you have to run around quite a bit more and I can't run around to that extent, but here I can move fairly quickly and react quickly.
It feels a bit like giant table tennis. I mean, compared to tennis, I suppose, the balls are lighter, the bats are lighter. The emphasis is taken off the importance of the serve. It's got to be underarm, just gets the running going. Then the main difference from badminton, the net's lower, and then you have this zone here, look, this no volley zone. You can play, but you can't volley it when you're near to the net. And there we are, we just won the point.
There are now thousands of clubs in the United States, and here, in 4 years, it's spread from Lowestoft to Lockerbie, with the next step coaching the younger generation to play as well.
Did you find it's an old person sport, senior person sport?
No, definitely not. It's really fast-paced. You can play it how you want, even with the older generation. It's great. It's really hard.
It's an ideal sport for youngsters wanting to take up tennis. They can get into rallies and all the skills that they learn in pickleball will easily transfer over to tennis.
There's one thing we haven't yet mentioned. It's outside the zone. The name. It said that the dog of the original inventor was called Pickles and used to run off with the ball. Thankfully, we don't have that problem these days.
It's meant to sharpen up your reactions. Maybe it didn't with me there. But if you want to get involved and be patient, Pickleball UK page on Facebook, info@pickleballoxon.org.uk. But do be patient.
Okay,
there are a few problems replying to all the
lots of people trying to get on it. Just tell us the story very quickly. One of the gentlemen in your report went to see his doctor.
Yes, he went for a health check and he was trying to be more active and he'd heard of pickleball and he says, you know, where do I find out more? How can I spread the word? And Ian, who we saw in the report there previously, wasn't a BBC Breakfast viewer, you see, and so his doctor started tapping on his computer. What you need to do is, he thought he was going to get a prescription, is contact BBC Breakfast Saturday mornings, Mike Bush, and not just me, but the programme. So he prescribed us.
Prescribed you?
Well, us as a whole.
You are the cure-all.
Available on the NHS to get people more active. But yeah, so a nice little story. So thank you to the doctor of Ian, and to Ian, of course, as well.
Mike is available for any prescriptions that you require.
I need to see a doctor, actually, a bit of a cold today.
Well done. Thanks very much, Mike. Good stuff.